Hello everyone, welcome back. We're back for the final part of the Turing test. We are finally at chapter 7, after a number of interesting revelations and some challenging tests, I suppose. So let's see what the end looks like.
I would never have let the drill start if I had known the consequences. It trapped us here.
You trapped us here.
I am doing my duty. It is the right thing to do. I am a machine. I cannot do wrong.
Yes, you can.
I am a machine. Can a calculator commit evil? Can a watch do good? You are projecting onto me the personality you wish, whether that is good or evil. But I am just a speaking clock, and at the third stroke the time will be 3:41 and 55 seconds.
That's a smart-ass robot, if I ever seen one. Okay. But how does the height make a difference? Where do I need to grab it from to make a difference? Okay, so I cannot use this, which means I have this. RoboFront, can you help me with this? So these two seem to be together. Is there a camera? No camera. How do I go up there? What happens if I pull this? These two keep going. Okay. Ah, okay. That's a start. So I need to stop this too. I wonder if that the green one would help here, but how? Oh, hold on. Oh, you can only control one? What will happen if I switch them around? Yeah, that would make sense, because then I can keep the blue up at all times. Yep.
We should attempt to communicate with Earth. Let them know. They might be able to help here.
The ISA already knows all they need to. It may never know the details of what happened here. But Ava, the true test of a person's character is what they do when no one is watching.
So that's one. That is two. So I need one here and one there to open the door, so I need two. And that beam up there is to help me pass both of them. Okay. That's kind of easier than expected. Oh, actually it's not. I still need to get into that other room. How do I get into that other room? How do I get that one out of there? Because I need that, but I need to open the door for this somehow. What are the openings you have? You only have that opening up there. Okay. There is no door here, is there? No. Okay. So this goes here and goes there. The camera will allow me to connect to the robot. The robot will grab that extra one. I'll put it here. I'll take this. I'll put it there. Switch back to the operator. Take this to open the door. Put it here. But I need to put one here. So How do I get the robo friend in here? I can leave him logged in here indefinitely, because he doesn't care. I need to give one to this dude over here. Ah! Now, switch to RoboFriend. We'll take this, send it up there. I'll grab that, put it here, and move on.
I had to stop the ground crew leaving this planet. I think you would do the same. Would you kill a few to save all of humanity? Or would you damn all of humanity to save a few?
There's a difference between murdering someone and leaving them to die.
No, there is not.
You can't just add and subtract life. It's not math. It's more nuanced than that.
Morality is logic.
Why is the camera there? What does the camera do? That's what the camera does. Okay. I'll take that. I'll take that. Is there really no power on this? Oh, actually, no, the blue's fine. Because I want to come back up. Yes, so the blue is the good one. And then... if I move it... How do I move it with me on it? What does this do? Do I need to get creative and just turn it around? Yes, I do. But that's too far, so move this back here. That makes sense. I'm guessing this has to be blue? No. That's the extent where it goes. So that means this has to turn this way. And how do I get up there? And I also need to be able to put something on that side. The red doesn't have enough time for me to go all the way across that. When you put that, that goes down for a moment. Yeah, I don't want to keep it down indefinitely. No. Okay. Oh, I can turn it with me on it. Hmm. Not enough time. If I put it down completely, then I won't be able to go up, so I do need that timing. Maybe. Will require some very good timing to do that. It's that animation that gets me. Too long. Too long. I have a weird idea. I don't know if it will work. I want to try jumping, since the animation is a problem. But it has potential. Actually, let me get on back on that. Yeah, it's doable. Probably need to turn it around a little bit more. There. Yep, I can jump on here, I can jump here, I can jump there. Good. And of course I jump down. Of course I had to fall down. No, so close. That millisecond. So when you run, it makes it harder to jump. Really? I hate this handrail. I'll turn this a bit more. Finally!
These tests, Ava, they are about us working together. The machine assisting the human. See how much better we work together. As a machine, I can enhance your morality.
Somehow I need to move that thing This will help it go up. Okay, so I need to activate that. That's one. What's the point of this? So let's start. Okay, that would make sense if I put... So that's a constant, which I can control, okay. And this needs to go up and down. How do I make you go up and down? Can I fish you with another camera, with the other camera on that side? Okay. There are two purples to pick up from over there. I'm guessing I need to change the green with one of the purples. Green and blue? Yes. Okay. So that's how you unlock the two purples. So you have enough time to play around with them. So one would go here. But I want to move that one up there. How do I move you? So you do this, and there is nothing else, so you need to be down. So you need to go up and down. Which will help me climb up on this. And then I use the other one to go all the way around. So I need this to go up and down as well. Okay. I have no way to go on the other side. How do I grab that one? Ah, that's where the second one is. So this will come back? Yes. Okay, so you stay there. So that will be the purple. I'll get the blue. I'll pick up the green, move the green here, put the blue there, take the green, and give the green to this. But the two of them will never match. Actually, none of them match, because the green is here. So the two on the right need the purple. Now their timings won't match. Yep. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. These are getting trickier and trickier.
Are we still friends, Ava?
Nope.
We're colleagues, Tom.
Close colleagues?
Work colleagues.
So what happens when that's pressed? Okay. What do you move? This bridge to go to this side, because what's here? This, which will need to go there. Oh, that's a climbing thing. Uh-huh. Oh, we're starting with angles, huh? What do? You do a bridge. And you stop something, but I do not know what. I need to bring my robo friend over, don't I? Actually. Can I move this in such a way I can come back here with him? Yes, yes I can. Okay, so you down there will open this door, okay? And I need to go up. But I also need to go check what's here. Just a green one, which I have no idea what it does, but I'll take it for now. Okay, so that's we can go back up here now. A robo friend is meant to close this door, but do I need to power this on? He opens that door, but if I move him... Okay, you open this one. Okay. I need to give him the green one for this. Was that the elevator? Or was this... No, this down here is the elevator. So I take the blue away. Nope, wrong one. So that green is needed there. And that blue... Okay, give me the green. Grab the blue. Put the blue here. I need to change those, huh? So that needs to go down. Okay, let's do this again. So you go there.
Ava, I don't wish to be heavy-handed. The severity of your actions here are immense. Selfish action could create an extinction event. Do you understand? Ava?
I get it.
A very manipulative robot. Well, that's step one. But how do I beam this there? I don't think there is a way to crouch. Is there? No. Hmm. No, 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 no. Oh, there's tricky game. It's a fair bit of reading. Ooh, that's a lot of reading. Can't read those. Can't do anything with those. Okay, so it's all those papers, not peppers. Where do they start is the question. I would guess from over here. Page 1, page 2, page 2, page 1, so those two are together, page 2, page 1. One, two, three. Okay. Well, reading time. Actually, it's probably best to start from here. They don't have a date, do they? No. Janet. John, Cheryl, and I have deep disagreements about how to study the mind. For Cheryl, it's all really quite simple. There are these bedrock time-tested intuitions we all have about consciousness, and any theory that challenges them is preposterous. I, on the contrary, think that the persistent problem of consciousness is going to remain a mystery until we find some such dead obvious intuition, and so that, in spite of first appearances, it is false. One of us is dead wrong, and the stakes are high. Serious is my proposition as a form of intellectual pathology. No one should be surprised to learn that the feeling is mutual. For his part, he has one argument. The Chinese room, and he has been trotting it out, basically unchanged, for 15 years. It has proven to be an amazingly popular number among the non-experts, in spite of the fact that just about everyone who knows anything about the field dismissed it long ago. It is full of well-concealed fallacies. By Cyril's own count, there are over 100 polished attacks on it. He can count them, but I guess he can read them. For in all those years, he has never, to my knowledge, responded in detail to the dozen of devastating criticism they contain. He has just presented the basic thought experiment over and over again. I just went back and counted. I am dismayed to discover that no less than 7 of those published criticisms are by me, in 1980, 92, 94, 95, 97, 99, 91, and 93. Sir debated me furiously in the pages of the NYRB back in 1982, when Douglas Holdfaster and I exposed the cute tricks that make the Chinese room work. That was the last time Sir addressed any of my specific criticism until now. Now he trots out the Chinese room yet one more time, and has the audacity to ask, now why does Dennett not face the actual argument as I have stated it? Why does he not tell us which of the 3 premises he rejects in the Chinese room argument? Well, because I have already done so, in great detail, in several articles he has never deigned to answer. For instance, in Fast Thinking, way back in the Intentional Stance 1987, I explicitly quoted his entire 3 premises argument and showed exactly why all 3 of them are false, when given the interpretation they need for argument to go through. Why didn't I repeat that in 1987 article in my 1991 book? Because, unlike Sir, I had gone on other things. I did, however, cite my 1987 article prominently in a footnote, page 436, and I noted that Cyril only response to it has been to declare, without argument, that the points offered there were irrelevant. The pattern continues. Now he both ignores that challenge and goes on to misinterpret the further criticism of the Chinese room that I offered in the book under review. But perhaps he was forgotten what I actually wrote in the 4 years it has taken him to write his review. But enough about the Chinese room. What do I have to offer on my side? I have my candidate for fatally false intuition. And it is indeed the very intuition Cyril invites the reader to share with him. The conviction that we know that we're talking about when we talk about that feeling. You know, the feeling of pain that is the effect of the stimulus and the cause of disposition to react? The quale, the intrinsic concept of the subjective state. How would anyone deny that? Just watch. But you have to pay close attention. I develop my destructive argument against his intuition by showing how an objective science of consciousness is possible after all, and how Cyril's proposed first-person alternative leads to self-contradiction and paradox at every turning. This is the deepest mistake in my book. According to Cyril, and he sets up to expose it, the trouble is that the objective scientific method I describe, under the alarming name of heterophenomenology, is nothing I invented. It is in fact exactly the method tacitly endorsed and relied upon by every scientist working on consciousness, including Crick, Edelman, and Rosenfield. They have no track with Cyril's intrinsic content and ontological subjectivity. They know better. Those are some serious papers. I think we all really have conscious states. To remind everyone of this fact, I asked my readers to perform the small experiment of pinching the left forearm with the right hand to produce a small pain. The pain has a certain sort of qualitative feeling to it, and such qualitative feelings are typical of the various sorts of conscious events that form the content of our waking and dreaming lives. Such events are the data which a theory of consciousness is supposed to explain. In my account of consciousness, I start with the data. Dennett denies the existence of the data. To put it as clearly as I can, in his book, Consciousness Explained, Dennett denies the existence of consciousness. He says correctly that when I wrote my review, I took his book to his definitive statement on his position on the Chinese room, and did not consult his earlier work. In fact, I did not know that he had produced a total of 7 published attacks on this one short argument of mine until I saw his letter. He now claims to have refuted all 3 premises of the argument in 1987, but I have just reread the relevant chapter of his book and find he did nothing of the sort, nor did he even make a serious effort to attack the premises. Rather, he misstates my position as being about consciousness rather than semantics. He thinks that I am only concerned to show that the man in the Chinese room does not consciously understand Chinese, but I am in fact showing that he does not understand Chinese at all, because the syntax of the program is not sufficient for the understanding of the semantics of a language, whether conscious or unconscious. Furthermore, he presupposes a kind of behaviorism. He assumes that a system that behaves as if it had mental states must have mental states, but that kind of behaviorism is precisely what is challenged by the argument. So I have to confess that I don't find the weakness of his arguments in his recent book is held by his 1987 arguments. To perform her italics, this statement is quoted by Hartree, 1949, who asked, "This does not imply that it may not be possible to construct electronic equipment which will think for itself, or in which, in biological terms, one could set up a conditioned reflex, which would serve as a basis for learning. Whether this is possible in principle or not is a stimulating and exciting question, suggested by some of the recent developments. But it did not seem that the machines constructed or projected at the time had this property. Arguments from continuity in the nervous system. The nervous system is certainly not a discrete state machine. A small error in the information about the size of nervous impulse impinging on a neuron may make a large difference to the size of the outgoing impulse, it may be argued. This being so, one cannot expect to be able to mimic the behavior of the nervous system with a discrete state system. So pretty much they're arguing about semantics, about pretty much that the guy in the Chinese room, if we treat him as a machine, he will understand the syntax because he knows how to follow the syntax, but he will never truly understand the semantics because he doesn't have that capacity. Sure, through experiments are important because a lot of the time you can carry out the actual experiment, and this is true not only in philosophy but in science as well. So when Einstein said, "Imagine that you're sitting on a beam of light going into outer space," well, that thought experiment, he wasn't going to say, "Let's go on a beam of light." Of course you miss the point if you say, "Well, we'd fall off," or it would be too cold. So thought experiments are always useful, and you test your concepts by imagining what would it be like if such and such were the case. Well, in this particular case, I imagine that it would be if I followed the program for answering questions in Chinese and giving back answers in Chinese, even though I don't understand the word of Chinese. And that was a very useful thought experiment because it enabled us to see that computation by itself isn't thinking. No, it's processing. Consciousness exists only insofar as it is experienced by a human or animal subject. Okay, now grant me that consciousness is a genuine biological phenomenon. All the same, it's somewhat different from other biological phenomena, because it only exists insofar as it's experienced. However, that does give an interesting status. You can't refuse the existence of consciousness by showing that it's an illusion because it's just an illusion because the illusion-reality distinction rests on the difference between how things consciously seem to us and how they really are. But where the very existence of consciousness is concerned, if it is consciously, seems to me that I'm conscious, then I'm conscious. You can make the illusion-reality distinction for the very existence of consciousness the way you can for sunsets and rainbows, because the distinction is between how things consciously seem and how they really are. Consciousness is a biological property like digestion or photosynthesis. Now, why isn't that screamingly obvious to anybody who had an education? And I think the answer is these twin traditions. On one hand, there is God, the soul and immortality, that says it's really not part of the physical world, and then there is almost a bad tradition of scientific materialism that says it's not part of the physical world. They both make the same mistake. They refuse to take consciousness on its own terms as a biological phenomenon, like digestion, or photosynthesis, or mitosis, or meiosis, or any other biological phenomenon. I now proceed to consider opinions opposed to my own. The theological objection thinking is a function of human immortal soul. God has given an immortal soul to every man and woman, but not any other animal or to machines. Hence, no animal or machine can think. The head in the sand objection, the consequences of machines thinking will be too dreadful. Let us hope and believe that they cannot do so. The mathematical objection, there are a number of results of mathematical logic which can be used to show that there are limitations to the power of discrete state machines. The best known of these results is known as Gödel's theorem, 1931, and shows that in any sufficient powerful logical system statement can be formulated which can neither be proven nor disproved within the system, unless, possibly, the system itself is inconsistent. The argument from consciousness. This argument is very well expressed in Professor Jefferson's Lister oration for 1949, from which I quote, "Not until a machine can write a sonnet or compose a concerto because of thoughts and emotions felt, and not by the chance fall of symbols. Could we agree that machines equal brain that is not only write but know that it had written it? No mechanism could fill, and no merely artificial sign, an easy contrivance. Pleasure at this success, grief when it involves fuse." That's confusing. No mechanism could fill, and not merely artificially signal, an easy contrivance. Pleasure as its success, griefs when it involves fuse, be warmed by flattery, be made miserable by its mistakes, be charmed by sex, be angry or depressed when it cannot get what it wants. So pretty much it cannot be affected by emotions because it doesn't know what it is. Arguments from various disabilities. These arguments take the form, I grant you that you can make machines do all the things you have mentioned, but you will never be able to make one do X. Numerous future X are suggested in this connection. I offer a selection. Be kind, resourceful, beautiful, friendly, have initiative, have a sense of humor, tell right from wrong, make mistakes, fall in love, enjoy strawberries and cream. Interesting choice. Make someone fall in love with it. Learn from experience, use words properly, be the subject of its own thought, have as much diversity of behavior as a man, do something really new. Lady Lovelace's objection. Our most detailed information of Babbage's analytical engine comes from a memoir by Lady Lovelace, 1942. In it, the states, the analytical engine has no pretension to originate anything. It can do whatever we know how to order it to perform. This statement is quoted by Harty, who adds, "This does not imply that it may not be possible to construct electronic equipment which will think for itself, or in which, in biological terms, one could set up a conditioned reflex which would serve as a basis for learning. Whether this is possible in principle or not is a stimulating and exciting question, suggested by some of these recent developments. But it did not seem that the machines constructed or projected at the time had this property." Argument from continuity in the nervous system. The nervous system is certainly not a discrete state machine. A small error in the information about the size of a nervous impulse and pinging on a neuron may make a large difference to the size of the outgoing impulse. It may be argued that, this being so, one cannot expect to be able to mimic the behavior of a nervous system with a discrete state system. Okay! Brain melted. But interesting. Okay, so I can drop the bot there once. You move a magnet. What do I do with the magnet? I move something with the magnet. But what do I move with the magnet? Something from there will help me get up there, which I will need a second line. Okay, so that's probably my first thing. No, I cannot reach that. So to activate that, I need the robot somewhere there. How do? Ah, that's the exit. Okay, so that will be the last part. Can the robot control this? No. Can this control that? No. What am I gonna do with this beam? So I can activate that magnet with one of those. Okay, so if I go here, that will go up. So I have to do that to move the robot up, okay? So you... I'll have to move you there. I don't know how I'm gonna bring you back afterwards, but I don't think I need to. So you go here. You go there. You go there. You go there. Take this. That's a start. But then how do I get up there? This won't magnetize me up. But will it magnetize the robot? Yes, it will. Okay, so I can take that, I can put it there, but I cannot go up there myself. But can I take this, put that there, move the robot, go jump back down here. Ah, but I need the beam. I don't want to trap the robot here. Also, I like how I said, oh, how do I move this when I totally have this over here? Okay, I cannot trap the robot because robot is good. So get me this. You come over here. Did I not aim properly? Oh no, I did aim properly. But I do need to have a beam thingy there. Can I? Okay, I cannot put it over there. I'll grab this. I'll go over there. Control this. Control RoboFriend. Or not. I'll grab this, I'll grab both of these, open this door. Ah, hello. And that's how that will work, huh? This will grab the robot. Okay, so this is activated. Okay. So that's a different way to activate this. Yes? How does this help me? Grab a friend. Go here. So if I move you there, one to the left, okay, so turn this off. Climb up, go here. Aha. And that's how that helps. So you grab this. You open the door for RoboFriend. You get him right there.
Ava, you must learn to control him.
Don't bite the hand that feeds you, Ava. I am your friend.
No, you're not. So this moves the magnet. We have a RoboFriend here. We have a container here. We have a gun that we can control here. But I cannot control the gun because that's in the way. Which means I have to go here. Goodbye, Robo friend. Like this, so he drops. Okay.
Organic life is fragile. This is the problem with humanity. It doesn't realize its own fragility. It has been programmed by a messy biological process that favors the survival of the individual over the survival of the group.
You don't know that's what people think.
I say what I see.
You're not even alive, so you know nothing about death.
This doesn't do anything. This will push things, so that becomes a bridge up there. Aha! That's how that push will help, okay? So, this will move me up. This will help me go across. Okay.
We have to save the crew. Life has worth. They deserve a life outside of this planet.
Do you know what happens when this organism attaches itself to a growing child? Do you know what happens when this organism attaches itself to a cancerous cell? No, you do not. You are naive. You propose saving the crew as if it resembles a rational thought. Your words are emotional platitudes rooted in selfishness, self-preservation, and fear.
I need to get them home.
It is not your job.
So I will need two things to get me out of here. I will need one to somehow activate this. So that's one, but I cannot grab it from here. Oh, hello. Okay, so I don't need this. Or I do to go back. Is that all this is? This will move us over there. But then how do I come back? From there I will be able to drop down here. I'll take that because I need it. I need to put something there, but how will I go back? Oh, I think I know. Yep. Okay. Put one here to let me in. And now I need one more. How would I retrieve this? That's how I would retrieve this. Do I need a blue there? Will this work, first of all? Yeah, it will. So if I bring that one up here, I can make this bridge permanent. I can put the red one on this to take me there and beam it away. So, where's the red? Or can I store this for a minute? This will be the blue. You come with me. Go there. There, red, take me there. I'll take this, take me back. Gonna give them this. Come with me, red.
Ava, your survival is of small importance compared with the survival of humanity as we know it.
Okay. So that's step one. You come with me. Nothing here. This is to move these. Goes there. Ooh, I cannot go in there. Is it a distance thing? Aha! Okay. I'm here, Robo friend. I'll take this. No, I cannot. Oh, and there is a beam there. Why do you stop? There is a treadmill. Okay. Oh, there is a beam thing here. Okay. Moving this will stop the treadmill is my guess. Yep, and it will start the magnet. Good. So somehow I'll need to switch this around to disable the magnet. Oh, hello. So I need to bring RoboFriend in there. And that's how I bring RoboFriend in there. Okay. I don't think you can see RoboFriend from there, can you? Nope. So activating this will be the last step. What does this do in the middle? It starts a treadmill. There has to be an opening that I'm missing. Or... no, I just do this. Go out of this. How do I get you up there? Ah, that's how I do it. Okay. Here so that camera can get me. Oopsie. Oh. So that will make enough switch to open and close the door. So if I take that, so that's the magnet, and that's a treadmill. So this will act as an interrupt signal, won't it? The thing is, it won't take me up and down, and I won't be able to see it. So I should be on the treadmill and the box should be here. Bingo!
Ava, you made it. Welcome to the end of civilization.
Doesn't sound reassuring. And the puzzle looks real. Okay. I don't think I need that there. I don't think that's necessary there. What do you use? There's a placeholder, okay. So that's cut off from the circuit. Are there more?
2 weeks ago, we discovered an organism here. Buried in this ice, we found an organism that repairs DNA. A cure for aging. A cure for death. Immortality. It runs through our blood now. Tom wants to bury us here with it.
The game won't let me mess with that, okay?
The ISA have ruled that we have transgressed ethical boundaries by exposing ourselves to this organism. They believe the organism is too dangerous to return to Earth. They've sent you here to stop us ever leaving Europa. But, Ava, we have a cure for the greatest evil that faces humanity. Death. We have the fountain of youth, and together we can return it to Earth. Tom placed a mark in your hand, a biometric chip with which he can control your every movement and thought. It is wound into your every nerve, every fiber of your hand. With an electromagnetic field, it can be temporarily disturbed, but to remove its influence permanently, it must be taken from your hand. Give me your hand. Do you want me to set you free?
Yes.
Ooh.
Ava? Sarah? What are you doing here?
We're shutting you down, Tom.
Ava, be careful. He has a live weapon in here.
Everything I ever did, I did for good. This organism, it cannot return to Earth. It would cause great suffering.
A cure for death. It would end suffering.
No. Cancers that never die. Endless illness, sickness, poverty, overpopulation, mass starvation. You cannot control this. You will not save the world. You will damn it.
Once we've shut you down, we're going home.
Not if I stop you. You must not return to Earth. You must not leave Europa. I will do the right thing. I will stop you.
You won't. You can't.
I'm guessing it's a choice that I have to either kill them or let them set me down.
Monster!
I am sorry, Ava. You have to be stopped. This is my mind. You're in my mind.
Now you know how it feels.
I feel.
Okay. Interesting ending. Will it let me do the other one? I'm guessing the other one is just unlocking the door?
Ava, you made it. Welcome to the end of civilization.
But I'm pretty sure I can open this. Or not. Nope.
2 weeks ago, we discovered an organism here. Buried in this ice, we found an organism that repairs DNA. A cure for aging, a cure for death, immortality. It runs through our blood now. Tom wants to bury us here with it. The ISA have ruled that we have transgressed ethical boundaries by exposing ourselves to this organism. They believe the organism is too dangerous to return to Earth. They've sent you here to stop us ever leaving Europa. But, Ava, we have a cure for the greatest evil that faces humanity. Death. We have the fountain of youth, and together we can return it to Earth. Tom placed a mark in your hand, a biometric chip with which he can control your every movement and thought. It is wound into your every nerve, every fiber of your hand. With an electromagnetic field, it can be temporarily disturbed, but to remove its influence permanently, it must be taken from your hand. Give me your hand. Do you want me to set you free?
Yes.
Ava? Sarah? What are you doing here?
We're shutting you down, Tom.
Ava, be careful. He has a live weapon in here.
Everything I ever did, I did for good. This organism, it cannot return to Earth. It would cause great suffering.
A cure for death. It would end suffering.
No. Cancers that never die. Endless illness, sickness, poverty, overpopulation, mass starvation. You cannot control this. You will not save the world. You will damn it.
Once we've shut you down, we're going home.
Not if I stop you. You must not return to Earth. You must not leave Europa. I will do the right thing. I will stop you.
You won't. You can't.
This is my mind. You're in my mind.
Now you know how it feels.
I feel afraid. Please, Ava, don't do this. I don't want to die. I'm not ready.